Actually, that helped. I got out the Zoom and came back and it enabled live stream. So that now I'm live streaming. It'll be on G50 After Dark's feed.
Oh, you didn't say all that, Tommy. You did not say all that. You said YouTube. You see how he tricked us, Sally? He said
Well,
YouTube.
that's the D50 one that I have access to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and
Might
then
have
we
done
got
a
our
little something with my hair if I'd
we
known.
put on the red lipstick, right, Sally? Goodness gracious, Tommy.
It's
No
not
warning.
not a podcast episode. And we did talk about doing that, but maybe this would be good instead.
Uh-oh. You see how he's getting us. Um, 1 minute, and then we will start promptly at 7 o'clock.
All right, it's 7 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. My name is Sally Matthews. I am the assistant co-chair, contest co-chair, and I am working with the lovely Clee Kimball, who is D50 contest chair this year. We are giving this little orientation about putting on a contest. If you are an area director or a district director, welcome. Thank you for coming. And this will go on until about 8 o'clock, and we are going to try to stop definitely on time so we don't waste your time tonight. What I want to do is go through the District 50 contest website. Tommy Kenyon has put together this fantastic looking site, and it's full of all sorts of good information. If you look in the browser here that we have on the screen, on the shared screen, it's d50tm.org slash forward slash PQ, which is program quality, forward slash contests. So if we take a look right here, you'll see under program quality, contest. If you're wondering how to get to this page, that's how you do it. And if you scroll down, you can see even more information. For one thing, there's the quality contest at d50tm.org. If you want to email with questions, this will be a direct line to Clee and to me. And the contest schedule is up. It's a little, we filled in what we can so far. We're having a mock contest this fall. So the time has not been nailed down. It's probably about 3:15 or 3:30 until 5 o'clock, but we'll get more information later. The Fall Converge, which is our fall convention, is November 15th. We are having a mock contest, and it is at Collin College campus in Frisco. More details to come. But one important thing about the mock contest is that all of the area directors, in case you didn't already know, guess what? You're putting on the mock contest. We're already getting volunteers to be ballot counters, timers, sergeant of arms. We need a contest chair, etc. The best way to learn is by doing. The mock contest is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a practice contest. It's not a real contest. It's something so that we can all learn how to do it. Below this mock contest section, we have Eastern Division, Frontier, etc. This will be for the contests that will be put on in the spring. Those, of course, are the real contests. And once we get all the information on dates and times and flyers, etc., for all the different areas, that will be populated here on this website. And then, of course, we have the big one, the district contest, and that will be the finals for international and evaluation. And that will be at the spring conference, and I believe the date for that is May 2nd. So it's a little ways off, but you know, it'll be here before we know it, right? All right. So the contest that we're doing for the mock contest, by the way, is the evaluation contest, and that is to get us good practice for the actual evaluation contest that will happen in the spring. We'll have international and evaluation this season in 2026. Here under contest chair, this shows a lot of the many things that the contest chair is responsible for. And the contest chair is the area director. So if you are an area director, you're going to be the contest chair for the contest that you put on in the spring. The first thing is the contest rule book. This is easy. You can click on it, read through it. It's really long, but it's really important. So when you have time, look through it. The next one is the planning guide. This gives you a lot of, just your to-do list. And the next one, let's take a look maybe at the either the planning guide or the checklist. Clea is helping me with the shared screen. Thank you for that. I just want to give you an idea. So this is just a long list of the things that you would need to do. And it really helps because you know what you need to do and that you need to check it off. So this is getting volunteers, finding a location. There's a lot of details, including trying to get, refreshments, and just it's basically putting on an event. So this is just an example of one of the many tools that you'll have here, this checklist. And we can go back to the main contest page where we have also contest briefing slides. Whenever you put on a contest, you're going to have a briefing with all of the major players. That is the timer, the sergeant at arms, the contestants themselves, and all of the many people that it takes to put on a contest. And sometime the week before the contest, you're going to have a Zoom meeting where you will have a briefing. And the contest briefing slides helps you to go through each of the roles and let everybody know. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick.
Okay.
Let everybody who is going to be in the contest what their responsibilities are.
Are you still able to see my screen? Do you see the Microsoft popping up or not yet?
No, I mean, I don't see the briefing slides. I do see the main contest.
Okay, hold on a
website.
second.
Okay.
It should, can you see it now?
Not yet.
Nope. Okay.
We can always skip it if it's
No,
not
it's fine. No, it's fine. It's bad. You have to keep clicking on these different windows. Okay, there you go.
There we go. So you could, when you have your briefing, this is the easiest way to have a briefing is to use this tool here to go ahead and just put up this slideshow and you just read through it because it lets all of the helpers and all of the people who are assisting know, again, what their job is, what they're responsible for. There's a lot of rules with contest. You can do this, you can't do that. And it's important to know so people are aware. So we won't go through the whole thing, but you get the general idea. It's the main thing is just to know that this resource is there.
I'm going to stop sharing and go back to our contest. Okay. Page.
All right. And then below the contest briefing slides, we have the International Speech Kit. Let's go ahead and click on that just to get an idea of what's there. This is also incredibly useful. It has all the materials bundled together that you'll need, including certificates for the winners, lots of paperwork. The contestants have to fill out forms. It's very important to get it done ahead of time. When I gave my contest this last spring, one of the contestants had just come back from literally like a vacation in Hawaii the night before, and he was scribbling his contestant form the morning of contest. Not
Hold on
recommend.
1 second, Sally. I don't actually,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't see it on here.
Well, maybe the link is down. We could try
Maybe
the
the link is,
evaluation one.
yeah, maybe the link is down because it's not on here.
Okay.
Okay, let me try this one.
Yeah.
No, it's not on that one either.
Okay.
They are trying to load, it says loading, and it's just spinning right now.
Yeah, it might just be taking too long.
There's
Now
maybe
you have two of them spinning.
It is the last day of the month and dues
Oh, that's
period.
right. They're overloaded. Okay.
Oh,
Geez.
Toastmaster
That's right.
International is overloaded.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Their servers overloaded. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
The
it's
links are
showing me
there. They're just struggling. Okay. All right. So we may or may not be able to show some of these things, but we'll point them out. The sign-in sheet is just what it sounds like. It's really good to have a record of who was there, just so you know. There more than likely will be what we call dignitaries attending your contest whenever we have it, anywhere from the D50 director to your local district director. They make it a point to try to attend as many contests as possible. And then the random generator speaking order, we might be able to look at this because I think, yeah, there we
Yes.
go. There we go. So here, this is a great way to determine the speaking order of your contestants. Traditionally, this is done by putting names on a piece of paper and pulling them out of a hat. But this is kind of a nice way that you can do it during your briefing in front of everyone, just so everyone can see. It keeps everybody honest. You know that there's no favoritism because it's a randomized computer program. So if you hit the button that says randomize after putting in the names, there you go. Then there you go. It just picks the order for you, and everybody can see a few days before what speaking order they're going to go, that they are going to have. So, all right, so we'll go back to the contest page and take a look at frequently asked questions. It's always a good thing to see, but we don't have to look at it. Let's just move on to the contest script. Now, the contest script, we've got one for evaluation speech contest and one for international speech contest. So these will be, again, the contests in the spring. And this is for the contest master. You'll see all these roles again when you review all these materials, but there's the contest chair, which is the area director, and then there's the contest master, and that person is like the MC or the toastmaster of the event. And this is a script that they read from. They don't have to make up their own stuff because they have it right here. And it used to be like 20 pages or something, and I think we got it down to 4 or 5 pages.
4 or 5 pages, yes.
So
That is
it's a lot
correct.
better. Anyway, so that is where you find that resource. And then we have the judges corner. The good news is that you do not have to get your own judges. We go to a lot of trouble to try to make it so that the contestants and the audience do not know who the judges are. So they coordinate their stuff separately. Anyway, it's here as a resource because the judges are going to need it. And this may not, these are kind of repeats of things that you already saw somewhere on the site, but just specifically, this is things that judges would need. So if you're not a chief judge, you don't have to worry about this, but it's good to know it's here.
Sally, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
During the previous the district meetings, it was said that the mock thing that's going on in November was going to be a humorous speech, and I see it's marked here as humorous. And
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
mentioned before that it was
That's
that it's
right.
going to be an evaluation.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for pointing it out. We need to change it here on the website. It was going to be humorous before, but there was a lot of, people said, hey, since we're going to have evaluation in the spring, why don't we practice with evaluation for the mock contest? And the decision was made to change it. So it will be evaluation
Yeah,
for the mock contest in the fall.
yeah, that's a
And
much more complicated thing. So I understand and don't disagree, but I just wanted to check on it.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
and that's
you're
one
right. We
thing we're
need,
gonna do also, Rodney, because we revamped this whole contest page. When we designed this contest page, it was humorous. And then it just changed what, Sally, from our last training session last week, it changed to evaluation. So as you can see on the judges corner, the humorous contest kit is there. You don't have to worry about that, but what's listed as the evaluation and international scripts, that's what's gonna actually be the official contest for the year, and evaluation is gonna be for the mock.
okay.
Thank you.
No,
And here we have contest flyers, and I think Glee was going to pick up at this point and go through these.
yes, these are the contest flyers that you will have to create via Canva or whatever platform you want to use to create a flyer, but some information is a must when you do create the flyer. Sally and I's job as the quality contest chair is to ensure that these are done correctly. And we will definitely critique them, send them back to you so the information that's important is there. This one that we're using for tonight is from Mr. Tommy Kenyon's division contest. He used Canva. As you can see, Canva is a site where you can create flyers, you can create invitations if you ever use Canva. And so one thing you must have on there, of course, this is the division contest. You need to make sure that you actually identify what contest this is. This is a division contest, and this is Frontiers division contest. The division contest consists of tall tales and international speech. Again, this was from last year. Yours will say international and evaluation contest. And then you have the pictures there. Again, you create this how you see fit. Your creativity would definitely shine, but some information is key. Again, you would definitely need who's the contest chair. In this situation, it was Tommy Kenyon. He was the contest chair because he was the division director. And his name, Tommy Kenyon, his educational level with Pathways, his Frontier D50TM.org's email, and his direct phone number. You do not have to put your phone number, but it will behoove you if you did, in case people was trying to call you because they're running late, they're stuck in traffic. So I would suggest to put your number on here. And then of course you must have the location. A flyer is just like you put on for an event, an invitation, as you will, and the location. We had our division contest last year at Dallas College. He put the address where it was and the areas that's represented in the division. When you are putting on a division contest, please ensure that all your areas are represented, even if that particular area is not participating or does not have any contestants actually competing for contests. You must include every area if you're a division director of the areas. I will show you in just a second what an area flyer looks like. And of course, the date was Saturday, April the 5th at 1 o'clock. The D50 contest information, the Toastmasters logo must be there, and whomever is sponsoring. Because we were hosting our division contest last year with Dallas College, that's why the Dallas College logo is there. That was actually in the contract, that Dallas College wanted to ensure that they are well represented on our flyers for contest. And then what's fantastic about this one is it actually gives you the location of the contest. It has a map. This does not mean that you have to do this, but this is just Tommy's creativity, and he put the map there. And of course, with the Google map, it actually shows you the location of where the contest was being held. So that is what it looks like for a division flyer. And I will pull up this one. This is a combined flyer for an area. This was a area contest. This was for area 43 and 44. They had a combined contest because they didn't have enough contestants in those areas, so they was able to do combined. As area director, instead of you listing your area, you're going to list the clubs in your area. So area 43 last year had Let's Talk, Speak Up, Allen, Expressive Toastmasters, and Harmon Loudspeakers. They were being represented in area 43. And area 44 clubs were Word Wranglers, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Texas Toasties, Garland Toastmasters, and Mesquite Club. Once again, if a club does not have anyone competing, you still must list them because they are a club in that area. And again, your creativity says it all. And Tall Tales and International Speech was what we had last year for our contest. The location and the time, the date, March the 8th, 2025, 10 a.m., Shiloh Church at 4702 Saturn Road, Garland, Texas, 75041. You have the district, and this was the Plains Division. The contest chair, again, if you are an area director, you are the contest chair. She had her name, her educational level with Pathways, her D50 email, and her phone number listed on the flyer. That's what it will look like. Even if it's not a combined contest, this is what an area flyer looks like. Sally and I's job is to ensure that all this information is on your flyer. If it's not, we will definitely send it back to you for you to correct it, and you send it back to us to get it approved in order to be uploaded to the actual contest page. Next you have here is the brand manual. The brand manual is another, what would I say? Another type of information piece that is found on the Toastmasters International site, but we're not going to click on that because right now, like we said, tonight is the last night for everyone to get their dues in, and it's probably overloaded. But the brand manual actually gives you the idea of what you can and cannot use for your Toastmasters International, how it's supposed to look, the right colors it's supposed to have. So that's what a brand manual is used for. If you are going to use Canva or any other platform to design your flyer, these are the color numbers that are used in order for you to get that true maroon of the Toastmasters logo, its loyal blue and its number, what the gray looks like, and the happy yellow. All those are official colors of Toastmasters. Okay. And then the most important thing, the contest document. The contest document is actually your contest program. This is the program that you will use at your area and division contest. It is simply an agenda for all the participants as well as guests to follow through on your contest, the day of contest. And this is some of the general things that must be on your actual program. We have here, this is front to back. So if you fold it, Toastmasters International is on your back page, and the Plains Division and the beginning of your contest information is on the front. It's a fold, bifold. So you have, again, your Toastmasters logo. What it is the Plains Division being represented here with areas 44, 43, and 44. Again, Tall Tales and International Speech Contest. Once again, the date, the time, and the location. The same exact thing that you had on your flyer will be the same thing that you would actually have on your program. And of course, you have your Toastmasters mission statement. This is all on a PDF, and all you have to do is remove what is not of your contest and put what's on there. That's all you really have to do. And so when you open up the program, again, this is bifold. And then here you have who are all going to be at the contest, who are your helpers, who is the contest chair, who is going to be the contest master. And then on this side of it will be your contestants. This was Area 43 Tall Tales contested with their speaking order. And then you have your district announcement, your area announcements, your division announcements, and then you have a 5-minute break, and it went directly into the next contest was international. So again, basically, this is a PDF. All you do is take the names out that's currently listed there and put the people that is going to be representing your contest there. One thing I want to make sure I point out is please don't wait to the last minute to get this done. If you already start knowing of who is going to be your timer and ballot counter, I would suggest that you start putting this in, download it, start putting these people in, because you don't want to wait till last minute to have your program approved. This is another tool that needs to be approved prior to it actually being posted on the District 50 website for everyone to see. As well as your flyer and your program is what Sally and I are designed to do. We are to ensure that all this information is adequate and correct, because once again, people are going to use this contest page as a means of information to ensure that they get the right information. What's the location? Because District 50 is so big, and there's going to likely be contests all over the city. People want to actually know what's the location, and if they're able to visit a contest, then they have that information. Sally, did you want to chime in something on this here?
Oh, well, I mean, one thing is, like Clee pointed out, it's a pretty simple template. You should be able to just click on those fields and type in your information and save it as your own program. These have a pretty standard format that we use every year. So, in a way, it makes it easy. Beyond that, no, I can't think of anything. Sorry, right now.
All right. Okay, and that's what your program will look like. That's for an area. Same thing for a division, same information. And again, it's the program template, and that is a Google Doc form is what's uploaded currently. Now, this information here, I believe that we're still working to get this information updated. This is the District 50 tax exempt form, as well as nonprofit determination letter. These two items can be used when it's time for you to host your contest and for you to try to get some type of discount when providing your contest with food and refreshments. They are not required. I'm going to let you know, once again, District 50 is not saying that you need to provide refreshments or food for your contest, but it is definitely welcomed. These two items you use, for instance, I used the tax exempt form for my division contest when I went to Einstein Bagel to get coffee and bagels. Some, and not all, franchises will honor this. Luckily, Einstein did. They didn't give me a big discount. They gave me a senior discount. I took it. Senior discount and tax free on the items that I bought because I simply bought in this form. I know Tommy used this form as well. If Tommy is still on, Tommy, you're still on? Tommy is not on. Tommy,
Yes.
oh, you want to tell him about your Dutch brothers?
Just it got the Dutch Brothers. That was an easy one. I went to them about a month before the event. Showed them, came up with all the papers and everything like this with the tax documents, donation, nonprofit, and pretty much got coffee for the morning at the expense of Dutch Brothers donation, and there was
Right.
no charge to me. So like you can do this for a couple. I've heard many area directors, contest chairs do this with many locations in the past. Walmart, HEB was a big one. We didn't, we got so much good from them. We were like, should we go back to them? So HEB is a good consideration. They'll usually donate some stuff for you. And just look around, ask like places that you frequent, businesses usually, and see if they'll be willing to donate to nonprofit.
And that's the thing. These businesses want to donate to nonprofits, but you have to remember the key word he says, please go in advance to do it. If you go in advance, do you have a likelihood if you know that contest season starts around February? I would suggest you go see them November, December.
Yeah,
So
now's the time to do it now because January they were going to start like maybe if they didn't have enough for the last quarter or the new quarter starting.
Mhm.
So it's a perfect time to start asking right now.
Start asking for donations to nonprofit, and all those big corporations do is write it off, and they have a certain percentage that they need to write off. But you just can't go at the last minute expect for them to do anything. But if you don't like to ask people to help you out by giving you something free or tax exempt, then you will again have to come out your own pocket. District 50 does not give you funds to provide refreshments for your contest. That is solely up to you. And again, we're not saying that is a must, but at least have something for coffee and water for the contestants as well as the guests. And again, we have the brand manual there, and we back down to frequently asked questions. Everything that is listed here tonight is all coming from the contest rulebook except the contest script. Toastmasters International do not have a script to go by. The script was created after looking at several other scripts throughout the district. Out of District 50 and other districts throughout of Toastmasters International. The script was also comprised of me working with Kelly, as well as Dwayne, Kim, Sally, Tommy, Christy Peterson, because if you've ever been a contest master for a contest, it's very difficult to go through 20 pages for a 2-hour contest. And I made sure that we were not going to do that this year. We're going to find out how can it be a lot more concise, because again, there's other districts that do not use a 20-page contest script. And again, Toastmasters International leave that up to the actual district, and that is not a rule on how to do a script. However, the thing that is in the rule book is about your contestants, their eligibility, the different formats and rules for each contest. So I will again make sure that you all read this rule book as well as looking at the eligibility forms for your contestant You do not want to have a contestant ready to compete and after looking at the rule book, you realize that they cannot. So this is up to you to take care of and read. And I would suggest you do so. I was an area director, Sally was, Tommy was. We read this contest book to make sure that we don't have any situations come up with contestants. This is all of all we wanted to really talk about tonight. We just wanted to get you all familiar with the new contest page. It has been, like Sally says, redone for the past 2 years. We've had the same contest page, and that's another reason why I wanted to do a quality contest. I was like, we have to get this changed. And so that's why we work very hard on trying to get some of the most important information for you all to have. And these pictures that Tommy created actually helps you out a lot on looking at a book and knowing that this is a rule book and not just clicking on stuff and trying to search like the other past contest pages were. Does anyone here have any questions? I know Tommy is recording this. He is going to upload it to YouTube. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We can definitely help you out.
Oh, it'll be available quickly because it's already live streaming to YouTube.
My goodness, live stream. So it's live and ready to go. Thanks, Tommy. Anyone have anything that they would like to add, like to ask while we have you here tonight?
I have a question. This is Cecilia Oakley, Area 54 Director. On the meeting last Saturday, they talked about when we could start our contests for the spring at the club level, Area Director. What is that? I got mixed up on what they said. Could you provide that, please?
Yeah,
So-
sure. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Sally, take it away.
Sure. I believe that what it was starting the last week of February into March or area contest. And what that is that's the spring. In the spring, we have the area contest for around 6 weeks approximately. And then there's like a couple weeks of division contest. And then we have the big spring conference with the finalist. And that would be May 2nd. So those are tentative dates at this point. It's still subject to change, but that is the schedule for the contest in the spring. The mock contest is being held at the fall convention on November 15th. And again, that's just a practice contest.
Thank you. That helps a lot. Thank you.
Yes, and Cecilia, about the club, again, you can get this information from your division director. But for the club level, they can actually start hosting their contests right now if they choose to. Because a club contest is actually up to each club. They do it all differently. There is not a set time, but you all, as area directors, I would suggest, as the past division director, is to actually give your club a deadline on when they are to let you know who is going to be representing their club in the area contest.
It's a good idea. Thank you.
So clubs can actually start actually hosting club contests. They don't have to host a club contest. They can simply have someone who is willing to compete, and that person will represent that club. And that actually has no date on there. That is all up to the clubs because each club runs, individually.
Yeah, last year, my club, I thought it was a really good idea. Somebody in my club thought that maybe we should have a mock contest. So we had a mock contest in December, and then we had our club contest it's probably in January. Anyway, what we found is that by having a mock contest at our club, we got a lot of our members kind of interested in doing contest. That's one of the big challenges is you're standing up there like, okay, any takers who wants to go to contest this year? So, and a lot of people just don't really quite understand what it is. And
Right.
often that's why they're not interested. you know.
And full disclosure, part of the rule book, area directors, division directors, any district leaders cannot participate in contest at all. Just making sure I let you all know that. No one on the area of the level that's current leaders of District 50 are not allowed to participate in contest.
But of course, what we mean by that is you can't be a contest master, you can't be a ballot counter for, you know, a contest that your club or your area is having. But of course, you can be the contest chair because you have to be because you're the area director. So you would do that. And for the contest that's being put on November 15th, again, at Fall Converge, the mock contest, we are looking for volunteers to fill those posts. If anybody here would like to sign up to be timer, sergeant at arms, contest master, we're looking to fill in those names.
Right, yes, because last week, Sally, we was able to get 3 area directors to sign up for roles because again, this is for you all, the area directors and division directors. You all are going to be the ones that's going to be putting on the mock contest. Sally and I will be in a more of a supportive role, if you will, but we want you all as the direction from our program quality director, Rhonda Bunty. Her vision is for you all to put on this contest in order for you to learn. And Sally and I's job is to definitely support you.
Clee, I have a question that's maybe too it might be too specific, and I apologize. You can tell me to deal with it separately. But in my local club, you said that nobody in the local club could be or no area the person could be in a role in the local area or the local contest.
No, no. What do you mean by local? You mean at the club level?
At the club level.
So at the club level, yes, you can be a timer, you can be
Okay.
a ballot counter, you can be a judge. But when contest season actually starts in January, no, you cannot.
But I could on the club I mean, we could on the
Yes,
club level. I
yes,
mean, but it's just the area or the district ones that you wouldn't have a role.
that's right. The only role you'll have at the at the area level is you being the contest chair.
Yeah, okay. That's I wanted to make sure because we've got 3 area directors, Jaya and Satya, all in my club that I'm president of, and if we couldn't use any of those for our local club contest, we wouldn't have a contest because we wouldn't have anybody to run it. You know. So okay,
Yes,
thank you.
at the club level, yes, at the club level, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anything else? I know contest is very confusing, but once you do it the first time, it'll be like this. As area director, when I was area director for 44, I could not, I don't have anxiety, but I just did not like contest season. I did not. But now that I've done it for a couple of years now I'm used to it and it doesn't really bother me anymore. But I know the fear and the anxiety you have, not only as an area director of supporting your clubs, trying to do your area director reports, and then you didn't realize, like, oh, by the way, you have to put on a contest because that's not what was actually on your application when you actually said yes to being an area director. So hopefully Sally and I can lighten the burden for you. Please call us with any questions that you have. There is no such thing as a question too big, too small. We're always available. I'm gonna drop my number here. Let me stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna drop my phone number here in the chat so that you can call me. Are
I
you-
think I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think it would be maybe a good place right here to point out that it's very possible in the spring, this hasn't been finalized, but it may very well happen that in the spring we will get just a few central locations for all the various area and division contests. In other words, if this happens, it will take away the responsibility from each individual area director trying to source out, am I going to have it at, our club location, or do I need to find a high school or a church that'll let us use the space? It's a big part of the job is just finding a venue, for sure. So, for example, we might have something where a couple of the districts would have all of their area contest at, say, Collin College. I'm just throwing out an example. And that they would just run from the morning through the whole day and maybe in different rooms. And it would just be a way to more efficiently get it done. And this is something that Rhonda Bunte is working on. And we hope that it will happen. It will actually take quite a bit off the area director's plate. If not, the contest page gives you all, the information that you need, hopefully, about having to secure a venue and securing refreshments and all that. So anyway, fingers crossed they'll do it that way.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I have dropped in the chat what is actually needed for the roles. I saw that Miss Oakley asked what roles that needs to be filled. These are the remaining roles that needs to be filled for the mock contest. We need 2 timers, 2 sergeant at arms, a contest chair, and a contest master. Those are
This is
the
Joan Brady. I talked to Bizola, who's in my club as well, and we actually are going to mention this at our next meeting to see if we can have some volunteers.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah. So
right.
last time we brought 7 people to the spring conference. So I'm sure a couple people want to sign up.
Nice. Thank you.
So far, Miss Oakley, I have you down. Thank you so much as our timer. That's 1 timer. We need 1 more timer if anyone is interested. But I know that I don't want to necessarily put you all on the spot. Please text us, let Rhonda know, let Sally know. You can always email us in the quality contest at d50tm.org. And we will be sending out, we're working with Amy Bemis on making sure that this information get conveyed out weekly on her digest. Is that right, Sally?
I believe so. If it's not, we'll get it out there somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her tonight because I know we talked about some things. And so all the area directors know what roles have already been filled and what still is remaining roles that needs to be filled. Again, this mock contest is to be put on by the area and the division directors. And if you can, please sign up. If not, then we'll have to find someone else to fill those spots. But there's 20 area directors, so I'm sure we could get the area directors to fill in because there's only actual, what did we say, 19 spots on a mock contest.
Somewhere between like 15 and 19 spots.
And 5 of those are the contest judges, and you don't have to look for those. The chief judge looks for that. So if you're interested, please let us know. Is there any other questions before we close tonight's session, I'm sorry.
I have one as far as chief judge, because as the contest master, we'd be responsible to find the chief judge, correct?
No, sir.
So we just tell you that we're going to do it this particular date, and you would provide the chief judge, and then that they're gonna.
No, sir. Chief Judge,
Mm.
all judges will come from the District 50 Chief Judge.
Chief
Yeah.
Judge in the District 50. Thank you.
Yes, Chester Chambers is District 50 Chief Judge. He was the one, he's gonna be the one that's actually find the judges. You do not need to do that. Yes, those judges are supposed to remain anonymous.
Yeah, except for the Chief Judge. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions that anyone have? Anything else? Okay, good. Well, we finished a little bit early tonight, Sally.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. It's a Tuesday night, so yeah, I'm glad that we finished early. People gotta, get ready for work in the morning.
Right. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you so very much. And again, please contact us. We are here to help you out. We've already been there. Have a good night, everyone.
Fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.